Hello and welcome. Hopefully you can hear me. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tales of Valon. I have figured things out and we are almost on time. We're just an hour late.
Sound
is
works.
good.
Um, as per usual, we are an hour late. Yeah, thanks for joining us. I know we took an unexpected week off, but here we are. And yeah. I don't think we have any real announcements. We might have an announcement in the next couple weeks, perhaps. We're working on it. That's all I have. All right. Now for the recap. So last time on the Tales of Valon, the party made it to Argonaut Point in their in their quest to undo the damage that they inadvertently caused. Hold on one second. This needs to go this a little safer. Undo the damage that they inadvertently caused, because it was not entirely their fault. They
Thank you for that distinction.
At least they believe it was not entirely their fault. It might still be some of their fault. It's now the ninth day. It's now the ninth day since they were exposed, and or the city was exposed to a dangerous poison that will evolve and does evolve over time. And as such, the party is starting to feel the crunch a little bit. They explored the town. They learned about Argonia and the wonders that are Argonia. And they also took a tour of a Argonia distillery. In fact, it was the I had it here, maybe. Had it here. Yes. It was the Nakatar distillery. There in the distillery, each member of the party, or there in the town, each member of the party decided to try to do a little bit to aid their investigation in search of one of the clans of the north. And eventually, Ayana snuck away to dig into Clan Nakatar's records and see maybe who they hired and what they had. And she ran into another adventurer in the back rooms. After a careful persuasion of this person, she was able to convince this individual to come out with her to meet the party. And that's where we are. In front of you guys is a a female tiefling with lavender skin, pink horns, and deep purple hair. Tall, muscular, scar, on one side of her head that removed her ear. She's got that braided undercut on that side of her on that left side of her head, wearing leather armor, with two birds. There's a jaggedy crystal-looking bird and a feathery white one on the right. So there's a jaggedy crystal one on the left, and a feathery white bird on the right. And Ionis brought her to your group, to your table, as you guys are sitting there enjoying some of Clan Nakatar's Argonia. And give me one moment before we start anything. One moment. Because this stupid thing. Okay. Everything is fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Alright.
Okay. So where did we say we're located currently? Like what kind of base?
You guys are in the you guys are in
I don't remember.
you guys are in the like basically a tap room.
Tap room. Oh, right, because we were on that tap room tour, or no? Or was that over already?
Tap room for the Clan Nakatar distillery.
Mhm.
You guys just went on the tour,
Right.
and you kind of experienced everything, and you got a tasting as part of that. So that's where you guys are.
Right. Okay.
Casimir drank too much Argonia on the tour and does not remember the end of it.
Fair enough.
And this is the tiefling, correct? Lavender tiefling.
Yes, this is a lavender teeth.
So who's this?
Suppose I should introduce myself. I am alone. She gives a half smirk as she says her own name.
Well,
Alone?
Alone. I found your friend
Alone.
snooping in the back rooms, and I figured I'd give you guys a chance to explain yourselves before before we had to have a talk with the clan. She said you guys needed some kind of a tour guide? Or guide?
Yes. We are in search of
Give me, please. Go. Your mom's calling
something in the mountains or in the
I
plains.
don't know if it's obvious, but we are not locals.
Yeah.
No, that I picked up on.
Okay. Well, we're looking for some. What are they called?
Maybe somebody with a little bit more knowledge of the area.
Yeah.
Well, what do you need? What area are you looking to go into? If you're just looking about the city, that's one thing. If you're talking about
Ice-
the
Ice
untamed.
plains.
You want to know about the Great Tundra itself.
Mhm.
Interesting. Well, why don't you tell me what brought you here? We can you can see about finding you somebody.
Well, to be honest, I'm trying to cure a disease that some people that we know have. We heard that this is the place to find the cure.
Intriguing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard much people coming north for cures for for any diseases, but that is
I don't know if it's something common these days, at least.
interesting. Okay. Roll of
Not to be-
persuasion.
Not to be vague, but
Roll of persuasion.
You don't really know her.
Yeah.
I still can't decide if we should like be open about telling people why we're here or not.
I don't know.
But
Persuasion.
Persuasion.
So dark in here. Persuasion. I got a 19.
19.
It's not bad.
She nods. She snags a chair from a nearby table, swings it around, and sits on it, resting her arms on the back of the chair. She goes, well, you have me interested. Just so happens that I may be the guide you need in these wilds. I do plenty of guide work for Clan Nakatar, getting some of their more interesting reagents from the area. So,
Well, we were hoping that we would find someone.
that's what your friend said.
Yeah. I guess it worked out.
fortuitous.
Yeah, fortuitous. I guess, we've frequented enough taverns in our adventures to know. And that's where the important people go.
And you said you do expeditions for ingredients for Argonia.
I do.
Perfect. Well,
Someone with knowledge of the local flora is definitely a bonus.
There are some interesting things that grow out here. Things that you'll find nowhere else. So,
Very true.
I guess it does kind of make sense that some cure to disease is out here.
Mm-hmm.
Weird, but I guess it's possible.
well, it doesn't quite grow here.
Do tell.
And then I'm gonna use. Oh, you have to talk out loud, huh? For the sending ring.
You
I'm
have
just
to
gonna
talk
kind
out
of turn to everyone and say, should we tell this person? What do you think?
Yeah. What do we have to lose at this point?
Yeah,
I mean, we're up against a time limit, and there's a lot of lives on the line. I guess you're right.
Yes, following our gut got us here. Following our gut got us here. So, okay. Well, we're looking for ice spirits.
Interesting.
Do you know of them?
I do. It's hard not to travel the tundra and not run into some. Especially if
Really,
you know where
that's
to
common.
look. Well, you know where to look, they are.
Well, we need
It's encouraging.
something only they can provide, and we need it in a large quantity to basically cure a disease that's inflicted our entire home, including us. Now,
Do you know how to make this cure?
we don't
know people
but
who do.
we have to take it back to where we're from. And someone there does.
Where are you from?
Ariath.
Been out there once or twice. Not a bad place.
Yes.
too many people for me, but okay. So your whole that's a lot.
Yeah.
Whole city is affected. Well, you guys look okay, but that could really mean anything
Yeah.
at this point.
The clock is ticking. I'll say that.
What time frame are we
It
talking?
is.
For some of the people that we care to help, the clock is ticking very quickly and it is almost too late. For us, we are getting close to, I guess, what's considered the first stage of symptoms, right? Is that, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone, including DM? I don't.
Yes.
There's an awful lot of people that are riding on this
Yeah.
cure. I got about a month to procure what we need and get it down south. Was it a month? Was it more than a month?
And it, according to our sources, it will take about a thimbleful for each of us once we hit the first stage to be cured. So we need a thimbleful times. We don't even know how much. We need a lot.
Sounds like you'll need gallons. Of what from the ice spirits?
They're tears.
You ever started a D&D game?
Interesting. Well, it is getting close to dark. Well, prepare for a 2-day trek. Well, 3-day trek. Do you guys have animals?
We have horses.
2-day
we
trek
bring-
then.
Yeah, horses, and then we have a. Did we? I can't remember if we brought our animals. Presumably, yes.
Yeah, you had them at least when you returned to the.
They can just ride on the horses, or run beside us.
Oh, you're those. Yes, those have been.
One can ride on the other. I don't know.
They.
We've been.
I
figuring
mean,
it
they
out.
could. Yeah, they could. Peter Fox Rabbit could definitely ride on Dog Natello. So
Maybe we'll have to get him some kind of harness around Dog
That is going to be the cutest thing.
um.
We'll get a commission a painting done and it'll go viral in area. Viral painting of
Well,
Actually, that is a great idea.
animals riding on other animals.
Mhm.
a whole series of art. All right. Well. It's very dangerous to travel at night.
We can wait until the morning if we need to, but it is we just need to get there as fast as we can safely. Because again, like I said, we're all unfortunately inflicted by this because of a gas explosion when we were trying to solve an issue.
I see. So you guys are pretty much making up for your own mistakes here.
Well,
We're the only ones who can.
Wouldn't say that. We were pretty gallant in the defense of our homeland.
Yeah.
And through an unfortunate set of circumstances,
Yeah.
as part of the heroics, we were tragically exposed,
As was
along with a
lot.
sizable chunk of the city.
Yes.
Well,
But no immediate death,
No, yeah.
which is what counts for now.
The people who are the sickest are people that we found that way before we knew what was happening and before anyone else was exposed. So they are already near death at this point. But we have to try.
all right. All right. So you have horses. All right. Stay here a
Winter
moment.
gear, we have horses. I mean, we don't want to travel at night, but we certainly can travel as bright and early in the morning.
Yes, we might just have to provide a little help to your horses. Where we are going, it is snowshoes. Where we are going, it's going to be quite dangerous. Unfortunately, there is no road, there's no path. And there are several points where we will be trekking over glacier and ice.
Okay.
And one false step could,
And I connect some.
put you through the ice. So, there's some gear here we'll just borrow.
Please.
And I'll just let the clan know that I'm gonna be out for a little bit. Please, actually, meet me here before first light tomorrow morning. We shall venture forth.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yes.
And once
Sounds
again,
good.
your name was Alana?
Alone.
Alone.
Just alone.
That is what I
Okay.
thought.
It was also what I thought, but then I reset
Pretty
it. and
cool
I-
name.
Okay. At least we won't be alone in the tundra. You know what I mean?
No, you will not. No, you will not.
All right. We will see you in the morning.
Yep. All right. So you guys are left to your own devices. Is there anything you'd like to do before turning in?
What time of day is it?
It's actually getting dark. It's evening. It'd probably be about 5 o'clock. 4 or 5 o'clock. It's wintertime.
Okay.
So, couple of drinks and then bed.
I think I'm
We
going
said
to
it's
stay.
4 or 5 right now?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
well then sure, I can have a drink and then I can go to sleep.
All right.
Can I
Easy.
go buy a bunch of incense?
Sure. How much?
I would like to buy 200 golds worth of incense.
Gold.
Okay. I'll say you'd be able to find that amount. Yeah.
Beat the bad guy.
It's like perfumey, right? Maybe they put incense and some weird nectar or argonia.
It's a million, but it was a lot. I don't really have to worry about
I mean, there's plenty of reagents that didn't work out for Argonia, which then was converted into incense. So, yeah.
Well, so exactly.
it. Not many. I don't worry too much about that because it's so hard to hurt me
Wow.
because I'm
So, all right. You guys,
Incense.
you guys settle in for the night. I'm gonna need everybody to roll Constitution saving throws.
Ooh.
That's right.
One down there.
I mean, I could. They have one.
Con save.
21.
Nice.
I
I didn't break out all my dice today, but
Hmm.
hopefully I won't need to.
15
Plus 4, so 19.
19. Nice.
and 19. Depends.
Yeah, if we do any more rolling before you have to go to bed.
I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do here.
That's
What'd you
Well,
roll?
with my +4 con save modifier, I rolled a 5.
Okay.
But
No, it's
it
okay.
wasn't that one.
That is
Right.
It's okay.
okay for you today.
Okay, there we go.
You're still alive.
a lot of rolls.
Yeah, good con, man. I rolled my good die too,
Hmm.
and it instantly betrayed me.
We have a similar con. Well, that's my one of my lower con saves too.
Yeah, that was literally. I mean, I guess literally one, right? So as low as I can go.
Okay.
You're 20.
Okay.
Well,
But if you got something
Oh,
else,
can I do something the night before?
Okay. Yes, you can.
do you like
While I'm in my room,
going to?
I
No.
would like to focus for 10 minutes and burn some of this incense that I just bought. And I'm gonna ritual cast divination.
This is such a better way if it's not. If I learn
Okay.
that. I just kept it. This
And
on
try
12.
to divine,
I'm just going to
I guess, do my
stupid one.
connection with my goddess.
Mm-hmm.
I will ask, does alone plan to harm us?
So this is a yes, no, or maybe, right?
A specific question about something occurring in 7 days. You offer a truthful reply. Might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. It also doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome,
Oh,
such as like casting spells or like
1 minute. So I have
gaining
to.
companions.
so it's like
Yeah,
as
so-
of this moment.
yeah, based on what we currently our current state.
No.
Okay. Well, so she's a little more. She's at least decent baseline trustworthy.
yeah, I guess we didn't inside check her at all.
Nope, you do not.
What I'm thinking, I'm like, oh well, let's just tell this person that we are all deathly sick, and
Well,
have
worst
a
case
whole
scenario.
city relying on us completing this task,
Simple continues.
and us completing the task relies entirely on her.
Doesn't necessarily, but it certainly will help.
Hopefully, she doesn't try to extort us out of that much money for this.
We'll see.
You have to kill a monster for a kill. Are you like looking for ingredients?
So we need
Do you only get one question, or do you get multiple?
For divination, just one.
Oh, okay.
It's not commune.
Okay, so tell her to repeat after me and cry, and then it will cry.
Okay.
Yeah, just the one, but it's a
Like you don't need
ritual.
tears, then you won't get tears.
we'll figure-
I should roll.
So there's no spells
Okay.
I can use.
Um.
I don't mean-
All right. It is the next morning. You
Correct.
guys wake up, feeling refreshed.
You have some breakfast.
Yeah, you guys actually make it into the common room just as the food is just finishing. You guys are the first ones in. You eat your food. As you guys leave, the sun is just
Nice
beginning to
brush.
lighten the sky,
Perfect. Get some
and
breakfast.
unless you have any other tasks this morning, you guys head out and you meet alone outside the Clan Nakatar distillery. She actually, she doesn't have a mount with her, but nods when you guys approach. They're great, excellent. Follow me. And she takes you out the it's actually the northern gate of Antrobin. So you're in the foothills of the volcano. She's going to take you along the foothills for a while, and finally, you guys have been a little bit limited in your path or in your travels because of her speed.
Hmm.
Sorry. Until she gets to a little farm. On this farm, she actually as you guys approach, I would like you to roll a perception check. All who can roll a perception check.
14.
14, okay.
Not my best.
13.
13.
21.
21, okay. Between the three of you, you guys start noticing these huge paw prints in the snow. Bigger than your feet, actually. And as you guys pull up to this farm, this huge dire wolf comes pounding around the corner and essentially just tackles Alone and starts licking her face. She laughs. She says, "I'm glad you're here, my friend. I need your help." And she closes her eyes and holds her head to the wolf's head. And they seem to communicate back and forth. And when she steps back, the wolf kind of kneels down for her to mount. She goes, this will speed things up. All right.
Good friend to have.
Follow me. All right. So for this first leg of the journey, you guys trek. You spend the morning trekking over just snowy land. As you pass midday, you actually kind of notice that the ground seems to be getting kind of rockier, almost like you're approaching a beach. And in fact, as you guys are at this point, he says, okay, the next day and a half of journey is going to be over ice and water. So, well, we have a choice. We can either go over the ice and water, it's the direct way, and that's the fastest route. We're a day and a half out. Or it will take us up to an extra day if we travel along the shore.
How dangerous is the ice?
I mean, if you know what you're doing, you're fine. But people have been known to go on the ice and never return.
Our local guide and expert, what would you recommend?
Well, based on how dire your task is, I'd choose the shorter path. But if you guys wish to err on the side of caution, it's only an extra day. So I leave the choice entirely up to you.
What do we think? Should we risk it?
Yeah, let's live a little. Let's go.
Okay.
Get on.
All right. You guys are gonna trek over the ice. I will need everybody to just roll a d20. It's gonna be basically your horse's dexterity or an animal handling. So actually, yeah, let me do an animal handling instead. So roll an animal handling. That way you can add if you're good at handling your animal, you can add that. So,
Yeah, it's a 5.
5.
oh, 2 5s. Okay.
Oh man.
Do I have to roll for Donatello also?
Donatello is not heavy enough. So Donatello is okay.
I rolled a 6.
Okay, so then I also rolled
Oh,
a 6.
Trash. We all rolled trash. Good.
oh man. We all roll under 7.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if she has a modifier to that though. She should. Oh, just one. She got a 7. It's a 6 plus 1. Thankfully, as you guys are still pretty close to the shore, and noticing your difficulties at first, she Alone sets a kind of more shallow route along the shore of the ice without making you guys get too deep or too far out onto the ice sheet. She does also pick more safe ways for you to go, encouraging you all to go single file so as not to, cause any badness. And yeah, that's your first day. Night comes. You're welcome to set up camp as you wish.
Are we camping on the ice? Like,
Yes.
Sweet. I don't know if there's a way to make it.
I'll
Yes.
put my alarm up around the camp.
Okay.
I'll clutch my amulet.
Okay.
Is there anything you wanted to do, Blaze?
Nope. There's nothing to do. I don't have a whole lot of things that are appropriate for the ice. So
Is there anything you want to do for setting up the camp?
oh, me in particular?
Yeah. Might help you all out.
Might help us out.
Yeah, anything that you want to do that might help you all out.
Oh, for the camp setup.
Yeah, to set up the camp. Yep.
I don't think so. I don't think I have anything. I mean, I'll just help build the tents or something.
Okay.
Anything that I can do.
All
All
right.
my stuff is fire related, which is not really appropriate for ice. So
Yeah. Alone at that point looks at you and says, "Yeah. Sorry, fires out here can lead to bad things, unfortunately. So you guys are going to be a little bit cold for the next day.
it's fine.
On that note, I will need an extra con save at the end of this day as the night settles in
Okay. From everybody?
from everybody. Yep.
I'm gonna use my portent die on myself.
I got a 14.
14. Okay.
I'm
Killing it
21.
with
21.
14
Good.
con saves.
Gavin?
oh, 20.
20. All right. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, it's a little chilly, but not the worst. You guys passed the. Oh, sorry.
Was
Say that again.
was that a con save for like cold?
Yeah, that was a con save against cold.
Oh, okay.
Against environment of cold.
Okay. Cool.
All right. So you guys pass the night. Do you set any watch, or you just all sleep?
I probably should set a watch.
Mm-hmm.
I can go first.
Okay. Roll a perception or a survival. You.
Okay.
While you do that, I will roll for weather.
Jesus. I got a nat 1.
Okay.
Is anybody watching with her?
So, if you do math, that would be a perception of 8, but
8. Okay. Through your watch, it actually starts snowing a little bit, just little flakes of snow. Who's up next?
I'll go.
You go? Okay. You can both go. That's also allowed.
23 perception.
break out my other dice.
23 perception. What'd you get on the dice?
19.
19. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The snow continues into your watch. It does get colder. You have the feeling that it gets pretty cold out on the ice, and that's probably why people die. You don't notice anything during your watch either. It passes pretty peacefully. The wind gusts a few times, but nothing too odd. And then Gavin, your last watch.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception.
That's 13.
13. Okay, yeah, so during your watch, snow continues. A bit colder. Wind kicks up a little bit. You hear in the wind this odd note just cracking throughout the night. Every once in a while, it was almost a musical note. I'm trying to think of a way I can play it so that you can hear, because it sounds like. Sorry, that guy random started talking. It sounds like that. If you could hear that.
Couldn't hear anything.
Okay,
Didn't hear
let me try again. Hold on.
Sounds like nothing.
Might just have to put it into the speaker.
That's not it.
Turn it all the way up.
Hold on, let me see if I can get it from this one. This guy doesn't talk.
Gotta get you Matt Mercer soundboard.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay.
I hear creepy.
Yeah. Sounds like someone breathing underwater, kind of. Kind
It
of
does.
like wailing sound almost. Okay.
That is what you hear.
Interesting.
Better just be interesting is all I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what you guys are hearing.
Hmm.
Other than that, unless you want to do something, your watch passes. The next morning, I need 2 con saves out of it.
No.
One is for the cold.
Okay. I'm gonna roll them separate because I have. Yeah, I'll just roll them separate. This one is for the cold. So con save of 19 for cold resistance.
Nice.
Hope I don't regret this. Con save of 13 for poison.
Nice.
I'm 22 for cold, and 7 for the poison.
Okay.
I have a 15 and a 17.
15 and 17. Nice.
Nice.
I keep rolling dangerously low for this
I know.
poison.
And he just doesn't say anything and just takes notes.
At some point, it's gonna catch up to us.
Well,
Mhm.
when you hit the first stage, you'll know because you'll get a level of exhaustion that doesn't go away.
Yeah. Lovely. Times I wish I had a it was like a paladin or something.
All right, day 11. You guys set out. You're all hearing those sounds now, by the way.
Can we pinpoint a direction?
All around you. You can
Cool.
roll, yeah. Try and roll an investigation.
Do you know what these what that noise is?
That's the ice.
That makes sense.
Because it kind of flex a little bit. Does it feel solid under my feet?
Oh, it feels solid under your feet.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the sound of the ice. Just
Freaking.
yeah.
Like when you skip a rock over a frozen lake,
Mm-hmm.
kind of.
That specifically is the sound of ice cracks forming in frozen lakes.
Great.
Cool.
Ice cracks and frozen lakes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly what we want to hear.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Leo?
mean, the cracks usually freeze over, and they're caused by the contraction of the ice sheets. It's a lot of interesting, well, danger. I don't want to bore you with. Anywho, let's keep it moving. All right, that will be an animal handling for everybody. Once more.
Please.
Jeez, a lot of
Oh
rolls.
my god.
Hey, I did better. Not great.
Woo! That's
13.
gonna be 10 for me.
10.
7.
7. Okay. It's gonna be a 9
Something.
for Selenway.
Pretty good for it.
You got another 7, Casimir? Is that what you said?
7 on the animal handling, yes.
Okay. Could you roll a d6 for me?
Great.
We roll the weather as well, actually, as you guys head out. Okay. The wind picks up and the snow gets a little bit heavier, but not too much so.
Big 1 on the D6.
1 on the d6. Okay. As you travel, the cracking noise that you keep hearing spooks your horse a little bit, and you're just not able to keep her under control. But she skips off to the side, and as you do, Alone whips her head around to look at you, and her direwolf bounds out and quickly cows your horse back into place, but not before you've gone 6 or so feet off to the side. And she kind of regroups the party, and she's like,
That.
single file line. I can't guarantee your safety if you go out of the path.
Oh, understood.
Hmm.
But we are approaching a shore here. We'll have about half our next set of travel will be across land.
Can I insight
Direction are we
check her?
going in? Or I'll
Um,
ask her. What direction are we traveling in?
west northwest.
Hmm.
Can I just insight check her? Make sure she's like
Yeah, roll an insight.
about everything.
Roll on insight.
Inside of 14.
14. Yes, she does appear to be telling the truth.
Okay.
Oh, don't. Where's the 7? Oh, that's what the 2 looks like. Okay. Curvy bit. Okay. Sorry. The 2 and the 7. Well, the 7 looks like a 2 on mine. And I just had a moment of panic because I was looking at it. I was like, wait a second. That's a 2. And it's actually a 7. Here's the. Sorry. Very long sidebar. You guys, so I will need a second animal handling for the second half of the travel. And we're gonna check on your weather again.
Better, please. Oh
that-
my, there
that-
we go. Start going.
What was that?
Animal handling is
1.
7. 7 for me.
7. It was a natural 1
23.
Yep.
and 23. Okay, what is it? What is your animal handling bonus?
Me? I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So in that case, I'm gonna need you to roll 2d6 and tell me what each d6 says.
Okay. Stand by 1 second. First one's a 2.
Okay.
Second one's a 5.
Okay. So you guys are trekking along, and in fact, you can see this this land that Alone was telling you about. They're actually, you see trees. And as you guys are getting closer, Gavin, your horse starts to gallop a little bit, excited for more solid ground, the cover of trees. And as you start passing your fellows, there's a crack, and the ice underneath all of you just splits open. I will need a dexterity saving throw from everybody. Oh, shit.
oh, mine is not good. Dex saving throw is a 3.
Okay.
Uh, 17.
17, okay.
This is a deck save.
Dex save.
This is going to be a 22.
22. Okay. Blaze, you and your horse managed to jump out. Gaiman, you and your horse actually managed to get out of the way. Selenwe and her horse managed to jump out of the way as well. And the direwolf easily clears the crack as it grows towards them. The direwolf. Unfortunately, sorry. Casmer. Casmer's horse is just not quite able to follow directions and jump away. And Casmer, you are spilled into the cold. You and your horse are falling through ice. You actually fall a good 4 feet before suddenly it's just cold, just washes over you. I need you to roll a it's gonna be an intelligence saving throw.
10.
10. Okay. You are just able to keep your wits.
I'm gonna throw my hand out and cast Water Walk on myself and my horse.
Okay. It's a good thing you did that because your horse just doesn't know what to do. It starts panicking, and then you guys start shooting towards the surface, and your panicking horse quickly realizes that they are above water. The water beads off of you, and just goes, you guys are very quickly dry. I believe that.
I can prestidigitation myself as well to maybe try to get some of the water off my horse. And
That's
also-
it.
Is fire like
Ooh.
a
I could do that.
Is fire a?
Is fire like they don't allow fires because it's on ice, or is fire just not allowed generally because it's like a, I don't know, it's flame and it's like a light and things like that.
I mean, fire. You guys were avoiding fire because you were on ice.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So, your horse does not count as a willing creature.
Not willing?
No,
But my baby.
because it's
Probably not.
panicked. It was panicked. It doesn't know what's going on. So it
Oh.
can't be. Yes.
You. Well, I'll cast it on myself.
So I need you to roll a spell attack.
Sure. 19 on the die plus like 7.
Yeah, that's plenty enough. That's good enough.
Okay. Oh, plus 8.
Yeah, even better.
27.
Yeah, so it does affect both you and your horse. You both rise to the surface, and you're able to get your horse calmed after a few moments. It takes you guys a little while, but you're
I've done
able.
this before.
Well, that only lasts for an hour, so.
Yeah. It takes a little bit, but eventually, like a icy ramp is kind of fashioned so you can get back up. You have to like dig through the ice to kind of like very carefully.
Mhm.
Alone is like carving through sections of ice so that it's easy for you to get up.
Freezing.
I'm just melting it with my hand.
Yeah.
Thank you, Blaze.
Just a little.
I'm
Um,
holding
small
my
amount.
hands up to
Small-
where she's melted.
Small
and
amount.
Try to warm my hands on her.
Everyone stand next to
fiery
me.
hand.
I'm a I'll be your fire.
Yeah.
Or I'll just come like rub your hands together with my
Yeah.
natural internal
Cool.
flame.
Yeah. After you guys are all alone, it's like Logan goes, well, that was a lot of excitement. Yeah, this is what I mean. Even the most even the best adventurer can, and most, trail worn tracker can find themselves very quickly in
Constant vigilance.
Trouble.
exactly. But anyways, we're not too far away from this patch of land, and then it's just another hour's travel past that.
Okay.
So you guys make it to the land. You trek along the beach. It's like a fully, like, as you look around, it is an island. It is, but it is fully forested. So it's like just a forest island. And then you track around, and as you finally clear the forest, you see this. It looks like a mountain made of stone and ice. But as you get closer, you realize this is not a natural mountain. This is a humanoid-made mountain formed of ice and rocks and sections of wood, and it all's come together to form this great fortress. And as you guys approach, Malone goes, well, welcome to Iceholm, the home of the tribes of the North. And, well, the winter home of the tribes of the North. And, as she pauses, you look up in the sky, and this and 4 huge icy rooks come flying very close to you. You even see them. The light passes through their crystalline feathers and plays a rainbow across the ground. The home of the ice spirits.
Mm,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Indeed.
What's it called again?
This is Ice Home.
Ice hole?
Ice Home.
Ice home. Sorry. I'm just making sure. Got ice meat, ice home. Just checking.
I can see a theme going on here.
It's almost like there's a lot of ice up here.
You could say that. Okay. Well, that's good news. Now the question is, we don't like. What do the ice spirits look like?
Well, these ice spirits looked like giant rooks, easily 15-foot wingspan.
Oh, the things that we just saw. Sorry,
Yes.
I didn't know what a rook was. It's a bird.
Yeah.
Oh, black. Not black though, right?
Nope, made of ice.
Yeah. No, the question is how to get them to.
Can you all roll one last perception check as you enter this winter home?
Oh, thank God.
23.
23, nice.
Whoop. I got a math. What's math?
You got
20.
a math.
4.
24, nice.
Ooh,
7.
look at us.
Super perceptive.
What do you have, Gavin?
7.
7, okay. Yeah, so you're more taken by just the architecture work of Ice Home. The other two of you, just at like the far range of your vision, and even at the far range of your vision, let me work from far to near. You've just noticed like a couple shadows out towards the edge of the trees, and much nearer you see more. Now that you've seen these ice spirits up close, you now see there's jumping through the ice in dolphin shapes. Actually, are sets of ice spirits, ice creatures. Alone will say, yeah, they pretty much take whichever shape they want. They can be, the giant rooks you saw, these dolphins, and at that moment, a cart comes from around a corner, and you see this enormous ice elephant walking, pulling a cart behind it. Elephants, we've seen rams are very popular too. The occasional horse, those aren't so popular. Camels are a little more popular for some reason. Not quite sure about that one. A little odd choice.
For this area.
Oxen are very popular, or buffalo. It just depends.
Okay.
And as she says that, you guys are approached by a pair of guards, and actually are very quickly surrounded. One of the guards steps forward, says, "Alone, you have brought outsiders. Explain." Alone nods and says, yes. These guys are looking for ice spirits, I figured, based on stuff, that this would be the place to bring them. They had a compelling situation that I think you should hear out. And the guard raises his hand and says, well, that will be for the council to decide, not for you. In spite of recent troubles, I'm surprised you were so willing to share this information with outsiders. We'll have to discuss this further. In the meanwhile, outsiders, welcome to Iceholm. If you would follow me to the palace. And you guys are escorted, including alone, are escorted further and further along. Eventually you get to a point where you take a turn onto the spiral. It's not a tight spiral, but it's a spiral staircase that seems to be going up and up and up and up. As you guys climb these very many stairs, I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw. Or actually, no, this is just a Constitution check. Let's see how well you guys are able to handle these stairs.
19.
19, okay.
My good die. Ooh.
14.
Ooh.
14, okay. What do you have, Casper?
10.
10, okay. As you get to about the 500 mark, you start having a little bit of trouble, but the others are definitely able to help you out. And after 764 steps, you finally make it to this large chamber with archways that all face the sky. And as you walk in, you see represented there, you see 13 banners. 13 banners? Hold on, let me double check that, sorry. You see 12 banners. And each of them is behind a chair. There's one in the middle, though. One stands prominent and is larger than the others.
Mhm.
And as you approach, they seem to be talking amongst themselves, but quiet as you approach. Your escort then says, Council, I present to you alone and some adventurers. And they look at you. And there's silence for a moment. Then the one in the center, a dwarf, male dwarf, stands. You stand upon the hallowed grounds of Iceholm. Welcome, strangers, to this land.
Okay.
I ask you, what brings you here?
Olmec Castle.
Yeah.
We come from the south, the nation of Ariath, on important business for people of our city. We have come to seek the aid of the ice spirits,
You're awesome.
Roll.
brewing a cure for a
Oh,
disease that's afflicting many in our city.
there's murmuring as you mention the ice spirits. I'd like you to roll a persuasion check.
I think I'm going to use my portent die instead of rolling,
Okay.
which is an 18, but -1 is 17.
17. The dwarf nods and says, "Alone, were you aware that this was their intention and their goal?" And Alone says, "Yes. Tribal leader, yes. They were seeking the ice spirits in an attempt to cure a disease. And they enlisted my aid. And they seemed a little lost when they were in Entraven, so I figured here was the place to bring them, rather than letting them search the wilds of the tundras." The dwarf nods. There's still murmuring amongst the other folks there. And finally, one of the there's a dragon blood off to the side, slams his hands down on the arms of his chairs, and stands and says, "Stout, do you not see this? They are clearly here for one thing. The sheer audacity. After all this, they've completely decimated the tundras, and now they're here to take from us. I say, we throw them off this mountain."
I didn't even prepare Featherfall.
The dwarf holds up his hand, says, "Easy now. This is a good, fair point. How do we know you are not the hunters from the tundra who are seeking the ice spirits?"
We're not here to harm by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. We're here to seek help for ourselves and for the people in our town who are dying slowly every day without this cure.
And what, pray tell, is this cure?
Tears of ice spirits.
There's more murmuring. Well, then you'll be happy to know that ice spirits do not make tears.
Well then.
Everybody keeps flip-flopping on what the heck do these ice spirits give us. Well, being that we're from the south, we are maybe ignorant to the nature of ice spirits. We were told that their essence is what could aid us in brewing a cure for this disease. We were also told that, and it is not our intention to cause any harm to the ice spirits. We were told that what we need from them may be freely given by the spirits.
Am, did I have you roll a persuasion check?
No.
Earlier?
Yeah.
No.
Like just now. Okay.
No.
I will have you with so Casimir, you and Casimir can roll, or Casimir can give you advantage.
Can I just get rid of advantage? I'm so bad at persuading.
So roll
Fine.
persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys
No,
can
my
help
bad.
each other in these talking challenges. You know that. Just keep that in mind. You can help each other.
Persuasion of 12, not my best.
Yeah, their essence.
Uh, a second dwarf steps forward and says, "Ah, they seek essence," but is quickly calmed by one of the this very old-looking tiefling who says, "Ah, but I said it would be freely given." Freely given was a very interesting or turn of phrase. Tell me, young one, is this freely given on the deathbed, or is it given in some other manner?
Well, from the limited information we had been given, it did not seem to us that any harm would necessarily befall the ice spirits. But I can't say we are experts. You all clearly know much more about these beautiful creatures than we do.
Indeed. Seems as though these young folks merely want that which they can obtain through, conversation, persuasion, diplomatic arts. I do not think these are the ones we are seeking.
Is there some
Never
trouble
even-
that
We've never even seen ice spirits before today.
True.
Um,
Is there some trouble that's befallen you and your folk that has you wary?
roll another persuasion.
Can I have advantage?
Is somebody gonna help you?
I can sure.
What are you gonna say to help?
What was the question? I'm sorry. What did you ask?
If there's some sort of like trouble that's making them paranoid, basically.
We are excellent trackers. And we have a lot of strong skills between all of us.
And adventurers, and definitely the helpful sort.
All right, take your advantage.
No, it didn't help that much.
Mine was bad too.
That's an 8.
Bad persuasion.
The mid-center dwarf looks at you all, folds his arms. Well, it seems we must deliberate.
If it helps, Nyla sent us.
Roll a deception check.
6.
He did send us.
It's not untrue.
Roll a perception check.
Pick a new dice. That one was doing so good. Perception? Or is that
Perception, yeah.
14.
14.
14.
At the mention of Nihilus, 3 faces around the table. A male human with a banner of a bear behind him. A female half elf with a shooting star behind her. And a male dwarf with looks to be like the yawning entrance to a cave behind him. All of their expressions darken and harden. And the dwarf you're talking to, the center dwarf, says, "Be that as it may, if that is the truth,
Oh boy.
then that is much darker portents. Clap them in chains, including alone. And immediately, you are all shackled."
Can I use my channel divinity to read his mind?
Does it have, what components does that take? Is that just
I just a channel divinity. Anyone I can see within 60 feet.
okay? Sure.
It's a wisdom saving throw though.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yep.
That is going to be a 19.
It saves, so nothing happens.
Okay.
Wait.
Does it say anything about him knowing that somebody was trying to pry?
It doesn't say. I would hope not, but I guess it's up to you. It does not say anything about him knowing. It just says, on a success on the saving throw, I can't use this feature on it again until I finish a long rest.
Okay. Well, you guys are escorted from the chambers, and
Holy.
you are taken down a different hallway, and you actually go up further a couple levels, and then you're in another room that there is one entrance and exit, that is the floor, and the other, it's basically three sides of the room, is just the sky. And you're all thrown in, and the trapdoor hatch
Freaking
slams.
moonboard.
Yes. The trapdoor hatch slams shut, and as it does, you notice that where the trapdoor was now blends in perfectly with the floor.
I peek over the edge and see what's down there.
Yeah, that's the outside of the mountain. You're actually pretty close to the top. It's a very long way down.
Boy.
It's at least 46 flights.
Well, maybe this nihilist fellow isn't as nice as we thought after what, 1 hour of speaking with him, which is our only interaction.
I wonder if he has people out looking for the ice spirits, or if he sent us on a fucking journey.
Ooh.
Alone goes, "So how do you know Nihilus?"
We met him one time.
Yeah, where?
How do you know Nihilus?
Yeah.
No. I'm not the suspect one here. You guys are the suspect ones here.
Well, it seems to me like you're
At the
in chains,
town
so
hall
does
where
us.
he was employed.
You guys said nothing about this dude, and then you mentioned him to the council.
Well, he was what was he, in charge of the town? Like the mayor
It
of
was
the town?
honestly but a blip on our journey up north here.
Yeah. He was like retiring from his position, and we met him to discuss whatever mysterious illness he has.
Roll a persuasion check. But she's definitely inside of you.
Persuasion
Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay. She sighs, and she's like, "Thank God that's all it was." Ah.
Is there more that you can tell us
Wait,
that
okay.
we don't know?
You're sure he's retiring?
Yes.
Seems to me actually that he may be retiring from life soon,
Yes.
based on the
Yes.
state we found him in.
So, the issue that the council had is there have been people here who have said that they were sent in his name to retrieve reagents for him before. The tribes actually have a very good relationship with him. He's
With Nihilus?
yeah. Actually, funny.
We're in a good relationship.
Yes. Funnily enough, he's helped out the tribes quite a few times in his role. He's managed to get work out some good trade deals for us and stuff like that with the dwarves. What I was not expecting, or what you perhaps didn't know, is that there have been envoys sent up recently, within the last 4 or 5 years, claiming to have been sent from him and making demands of the council and asking them to send down ice spirits and other strange things. The council quickly figured out that his apparent relationship to us has been exposed and cut ties, essentially, as much for their protection as his. If this might have actually encouraged him to retire, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like there's more to it than that. Yeah, he's very ill.
Oh yeah, the dragon blood fever. Yeah.
Nobody else knows that is the thing.
Oh no, the whole council knows. We all know.
Well, no, but they don't know where he was. Nobody there knows.
Oh yeah, well that's because. Listen, you civilized folk, for being civilized, are awfully dumb sometimes.
Well, since we're trapped in this cell, he created the disease that is afflicting everyone we know.
See, that would have been good to tell the. That would have been better
I
to
didn't
tell
get
the.
to get there
Well, you know.
because they put
they
us in
weren't so-
chains. So
Well, that's gonna be good.
and he told us this is the only thing that can help.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news here. The good news is you will have a chance to explain yourself. The bad news is you're going to be on trial. Well, we are going to be on trial.
How many trials can one group of friends go through in 1
Well-
month?
How many trials have you already been in?
I
Don't
don't
know.
know. Seems like everywhere
Can I
we
ask-
turn, trying to do good things, and everyone is suspicious. So
Any chance we'd be a high priority in your council's agenda?
Yes.
How long do you think we'll have to wait
is
for
there
this?
is there a word you might pass on to them for us?
Oh no, I imagine we're going to be going in front of them tomorrow.
Oh great.
Tomorrow.
A whole day.
A whole night. We get tonight to
I
discuss.
will be throwing out my whole breakout plan.
Oh yeah. There's no need to break out. Well, we've got nothing left to lose at this point. We've already been arrested for name dropping, which was meant to be a good thing, which we didn't realize would be a bad thing. I didn't. Apologies. It's all my fault here.
Well, you wouldn't know. And quite honestly, that might work in our favor.
He seemed like a genuine enough guy.
He is
He
a
helped
genuine
us-
enough guy. The problem
he
is
helped
not
us
the
out.
person. The problem is the people who have been using his name to do ill.
I got it. Well, that's not us. We're here for.
And that I'm glad to hear.
I mean, we're here for ourselves as much as we're here for everyone else. We still have to make it back
Hmm.
safely, because we can't even be cured ourselves until we get back there.
Fair enough. Well, the good news is it should work in our favor. The even better news is Stout, Iceblood, the chieftain that was talking to you all, is going to want a quick resolution on this. Because starting with the solstice is the
Yes.
competition in the tribal world. for
Competition for what exactly?
Competition.
leadership of the tribes.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, there's typically a tournament held between the different tribes. Each tribe has a team. I should perhaps take a step further back, but each tribe has a team. The teams compete. The winning tribe, or the tribe with the winning team becomes the head tribe for the next 4 years. That's just how it is. But now we have to talk about these ice spirits. Up here, they're known as Christooks.
Christos?
Christooks.
Christos.
Crystooks. Christooks. A lot of, well, for one thing, they're a major part of this land, which is why many are very defensive and protective of them. For another thing, every member of the tribe is bound to a Christook.
Hmm.
That's so everybody gets bound to a Christook, and a Christook gets bound to them. As such,
You're a dire wolf.
no, my direwolf is a real direwolf.
Okay.
She's not really
That'd be
mine.
pretty cool if they were an ice spear direwolf, though. I don't say that out loud. I'm just thinking that.
I
Just
was bound to an ice spirit at one point. I'm one of the
Was.
few who has managed to survive where their spirit has not. In fact, I was on one of these teams. So these teams, these champion teams. So every clan has many teams, but it has one championship team, one best team. They're only allowed to put one team forth in the competition. These teams are comprised of 4 humanoids, and they're bonded Christook. In my day, we won a few times. But this is not our primary responsibility. Our primary responsibility is actually the defense of the tribes. We control the lands, we settle disputes. Things like that. I elected to walk away and find a different way of life when I no longer had team or Christook.
Did your team face the same fate as your Christook?
Yes, I was actually the only one who walked away. A very
Sorry to hear
ancient.
that.
Yes. Thank you. It's actually one of the reasons why Nihilus is well respected up here. There was a very ancient white dragon who was kind of a dick. And he helped us get rid of them. So, yeah. So that's that. That's enough of my sordid history. All right. Is there anything else? Is there any other information we can use to get you guys off the hook? Out of trouble.
Well, we really mean everything we've said.
Well, we know what, for starters, we know about the dragon blood fever. We know about Nihilus. We know that he created the disease, semirastasis.
But also a cure.
and that the cure is essence of ice spirits of some kind. We knew where we needed to go. We sought you out. We have, I mean, I don't know who else's names we can give. We know a lot of people.
I mean, I think the benefit is you guys did come fairly directly to Anfrevin.
Yeah, I mean, we came right from where he was, left there, straight here. We know about the Temple of the Lady of the Moon. We know lots of stuff. We know about the creation of, or the silver dragon that caught dragon blood fever.
Hmm. Well,
And that it comes from older or adult ice spirits, preferably.
older
Do you know anything
ice
about their
spirits will
essence? Is it harmless if freely given?
It is. The fact that you knew that is, I think, a mark in your favor. And the fact that you didn't
Well-
want to harm any of the ice spirits, I think, is another mark in your favor.
And we know that because we were told that by the real Nihilus.
Well,
Yeah.
right. The question wasn't whether or not you've talked to Nihilus. The question was whether or not you've actually been sent by Nihilus. I think
We have no desire to take ice spirits south.
that will also go to your favor. That's,
We
you're
just
going to want to
want-
definitely say that.
We just want enough to cure ourselves and to cure those that are very sick and then those that are practically dying.
Mm-hmm.
As you say that, there's like a thumping on the trapdoor, and it opens, and the female half-elf that you saw, who previously, whose expression darkened when you said Nihilus's name, comes forth, steps up, closes the door behind her. She goes, "Alone? You have much to answer to." Alone nods and says, "Well, I think you'll find no ill will intended here. I should introduce you. This is the Enlighteners. Enlighteners, this is Stormstar. She's the chieftain of the tribe of the Fallen Star. My tribe."
Matt.
Nice to meet you. My name is Blaze.
She inclines her head towards you.
I am also a half elf.
She smiles at you. "Indeed. It is, it's quite the boon sometimes. However, that's, not why I'm up here.
Hmm.
Alone, I trust you. And by extension, if you're willing to speak for these travelers, I trust them too. The problem is, there's been another attack. This time on Iceholm while you're away. That's what caused the uproar. Now, I don't fully know your intentions." And Storm just kind of looks at her. Like there's a moment. There's a look. I would like you to roll a perception check. Actually,
Everyone or me?
everyone. I'll let everyone have this one.
22.
Okay.
Perception, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, natural 20
Oh, nice.
for 24.
Excellent. the look that there's a look that passes from Alone to Storm that you are able to interpret as Storm knows way more than she's letting on. Somehow.
Then she's telling Alone. She's like keeping it from Alone.
No, she's keeping it from you guys. Alone figured it out.
What she's keeping.
Yeah.
From us.
Or at least that she is keeping something.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, it seems you guys are going to be on trial a lot sooner than expected. Meaning, in a few short hours. Evidence is currently being gathered from the attack, and Big, unfortunately, is dead set on somebody paying for half a herd of bison that were killed.
Well,
So he's, well, in addition to the human life, in addition
I
to
was going to
that.
say that doesn't seem that
Um,
dire in the grand scheme of things.
The bison herd is quite sizable.
Hmm.
And they've also been raising them from ever,
Well, we have
really.
a Bison's herd size amount of people down south that are relying on us to bring them this cure. So
Yeah, that won't matter if you are found guilty and then probably thrown off the. I'm here to try to stop that though. So, well, mostly I was trying to stop Alone being chucked off the mountain, but if she is speaking for you guys, then, or she's vouched for you guys, so I guess you guys are fine too.
hmm.
And you guys are, wait, hold on. Bison-sized herd of people depending on you? You are no kings, queens, dukes.
this
Weird.
adventuring group from a town, and
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
literally just an
Look,
adventuring
regular
group.
old guys.
we just got caught in the crosshairs along with everybody else.
Mhm.
This is going to be a long
Invested in
story.
And by pure stroke of luck, followed our gut and got information from Nihilus and got ourselves here.
Well, lucky for you, Nihilus did send word. Unlucky for you, part of his message was destroyed on its way to us.
Cute.
Oh, awfully convenient. How so?
The part that describes his messengers. AKA you guys. Kind of the important part. The rest of it we're fine with. We were told quite a bit. And that's why we need to know your story. So, that's what you will be tested against.
Okay.
Now, is there anybody else who would know your story? And perhaps use it?
Mm,
No, I think that we've been actually pretty good about not talking to
have
anyone.
we told anybody? Who have we told?
We told
Okay, we
Nihilus.
told
Who have
Nihilus.
you told?
Nihilus told his friend, who also went south with him.
We told her.
Nihilus B's friend being. Oh,
What have you discussed while in inns?
What?
oh.
Trying to think.
Avando
Well, that's the
friend.
masked priest.
I mean, you know, we
Told a couple people, but her primarily, Nihilus. I guess Nihilus's friend.
They're the only ones that we have spoken at
I've-
depth about
yeah.
our plans.
Okay. So I have two following questions. Would Nihilus be able to recognize you?
Us
I think so.
Yes.
should. We did speak in person.
I mean,
Okay.
we spoke very intimately alone in his
And
office.
second, would you submit yourself to a zone of truth?
100%. I would. What do we have to hide?
Yes. Sure.
Can't tell a lie.
Excellent. I will make it so then during your trial.
Right.
Be prepared in 15 minutes. And she leaves.
It's sort of a thing where you can't really say no because then kind of makes you look like you're hiding something.
Well, do we
Alone
want to get
turns to
out of
guys.
jail or not? As the
Well, it's up.
question.
Yes.
Yeah, she's really good at putting you in corners. She's really good at that. That's what she does.
Well,
Less
would
concerned
you
about
not
that
have-
and more about what other information they may end up asking us while in this zone.
Yeah.
And we have nothing to hide about our mission, as we said. Do we have time for a short rest? 15 minutes.
Probably.
I would say that your
Or
time
while we down
your time in the jail will have counted as a short rest. You would have been in the cell for about an hour.
I will arcane recovery just to get that one spell back that I
All right. Pretty quickly, you guys are dragged right back down into the same room that you were in, and the dwarf stands up again.
That's gonna be fun. We still have
dwarf
to
is stout, right?
Yes.
look up the spell. It's gonna be fun.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, we're not compelled to answer. We just
Right.
have to tell the truth.
And we
Yeah.
have to roll charisma throw as well. Charisma
Well,
save.
but then they know if we fail that.
well, you can choose to fail.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get us out of here. We can't be
I mean, I don't have any objections
fooling around.
inherently to the
They seem pretty
the
worried
zone of
about
truth.
one thing and one thing only.
mhm.
So
Well, you guys are here. We'll get this trial in order. There will be order in this room, and we will have the truth of the matter. We have been told that you are willing to subject yourselves to a zone of truth.
That is correct.
Excellent.
yes.
Well then, and you all feel the pressure of a spell. You are welcome to make a charisma saving throw to push it off, or you can just accept it.
Who's casting the spell?
You don't know actually.
It says we have to make one.
You can elect to fail. You can choose to fail.
Okay. So you don't
I
have
guess I will fail.
Yeah, because you can be a willing. This is a situation where if you're a
But you
willing
elect to-
creature
Yeah,
and elect to fail.
sure. I elect to fail.
Gaiman, do you fail or do you wish to roll a charisma saving throw?
Is he awake?
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, well, we'll move forward.
Is he pulling a
You?
Casimir?
Yeah, be pulling in you. All right. You guys elected to fail as such. You okay? A look comes over Stout's face and says, "Ah, yes, they've all accepted the spell. Okay. Well then, do you mean harm upon the tribes of the north or any ice spirits?"
No,
No.
of course not.
Are you aware of the attack upon these halls?
No.
Recently made aware.
Right. Sorry. Not when we arrived, we were not aware. We were told.
Excellent. One moment. I heard the stupid thing. Fucking it.
This is where we thought we were in a fantasy adventure. Really, we're in a legal procedural. It's a courtroom series. Wants to tear us down.
Good. All I need. More things to fidget with.
Woo!
Excellent. Do you know who the perpetrators of the attack on these halls was?
We do not.
I am not aware.
Do you have any suspicion or knowledge of anybody who could want to attack these halls?
Is there any reason that I would think that the cult would be interested in attacking way up here?
Is there any reason why you think the cult would be interested in attacking up here?
I think,
Yes,
honestly,
Because
yes.
because they're the ones who put the poison.
And also, I'm a paranoid
roll a
person. I am paranoid and think that they've been following me my entire life, and now attribute most everything negative to the actions of this group.
roll a intelligence check with advantage.
Everybody?
Shit.
Intelligence check
Intelligence check.
is a 21.
21. Yeah, so yes, exactly that. You suspect the cult.
I have suspicions on who it could be. We'll say to the council chamber.
Okay. All right. The council nods. It says, "Interesting. And who might that be?"
Have you heard of the Cult of Oblivion?
There are some shared looks around the room. No, but please tell us more.
Is by design. They have done their best to remain hidden from the wider world for as long as possible. They are a group of corrupt knowledge gatherers worshipping. Who are they worshipping? What's their name now?
Whose name?
The law.
Hmm?
Maybe not. Well, I mean, I would know what god they're worshiping? Probably.
Feels like ages ago that we need
I
to
did
dealt
live
with
there
them
for like
directly.
20 years.
You
It's, if I'm remembering correctly, there it's still the same as the it was, with the Tirsenda and the cave when they were worshiping the law god.
Oh yes.
Or do I suspect that's where their true allegiances are?
What'd you get on the history check?
You want me to roll a history check?
He rolled straight intelligence.
We roll straight
20.
intelligence.
21 straight int.
Okay.
You be smart.
So that
The whole thing.
was
My notes.
yeah. Now I have to look as well.
So I feel like it's been so many months since
think
we
it's like-
dealt with them directly.
A
I-
notebook or two ago.
I've written things in like so many of the wrong places too.
I take too many notes. I think I write too many things that aren't like 100% vital.
Yeah, all I wrote is Cult of Oblivion down.
There's Hill Garden. Where's my Hill Garden?
Is it in one of those notes that we have?
Inquisitor. WTF.
Okay, here's Hill Garden.
Oh, symbol of Helm.
That's the one, Helm.
Helm. There it is.
Helm? Symbol of Helm?
Yes.
So, otherwise known as the Defender.
The Defender. Yes.
Or
they
the
are a
Guardian. Sorry, not the Defender, the Guardian.
corrupt group secretly worshipping the Guardian and acquiring knowledge and secrets by any means around the world. They are expanding their influence at all costs and recently, are adversaries. They are the ones responsible for the poisoning for which we seek our cure.
Yes. Okay, and with that intelligence check, I would say that you people do and don't believe that they are actually followers of Helm or the Guardian. So,
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
I did live there for years, so I would have some inkling of.
their actions kind of add up to the Guardian, but at the same time really don't add up to the Guardian, because Guardian is supposed to defend people and not be a total dick. And also, the Guardian doesn't really care about knowledge. So it doesn't, like, why they're doing all this knowledge-based stuff doesn't quite make sense. Because you would know that the domains of Guardian is life and war.
Who was Helm? So wait, Helm was not the dick.
I mean, he was a dick.
Okay.
How do you...
He's like lawful.
Is
Not
true
evil,
lawful?
Yeah, he's
Lawful.
lawful.
Yeah.
Lawful neutral.
Actually, roll an intelligence check or religion check.
Jesus Christ, my religion is plus 11.
I mean, that makes sense.
23.
Okay, with a 23, you would know that Helm's or the Guardian's alignment has actually changed. He was considered to be true lawful for a while, but recent events, or not recent, not necessarily recent, but like recent to the Cataclysm and the Tower Wars, his actions have resulted in him slipping more to a lawful evil. alignment.
Would make sense.
Because he did some bad things.
Mm,
He was bad to the bone.
Bad.
It's stuck in my head now. Thank you.
No problem. That's why we're here.
Mm. Well, yeah. So that's why I say to the council.
And you suspect this cult's involvement?
Well, considering they were in charge of poisoning everyone, you would think that they would also try to find the cure for the poison.
Mm.
That would be reasonable.
And they seem to have a particular fixation on our group.
Mm-hmm.
So
And stealing supplies from our warehouses.
And as said, infiltrating any corner of the world they can delve into to acquire whatever knowledge and secrets they can get their hands on.
Interesting. Interesting. If this wasn't under the zone of truth, I don't know if I would have believed this, but this is incredible.
They are not to be underestimated. They are much more powerful than you would think from having never heard of them. They're
Interesting.
great at infiltration and could be amongst the members of any group.
That is interesting.
We, of course, are not members of this group. I say with full confidence and truthfulness.
Yeah. That is something that you do believe to be true, so
Anybody could be part of this group.
Yeah.
Even
yeah, anybody can be part of this group except
I'm the
our
one-
group.
they're
Except us.
very dangerous. Don't trust anybody. I know we're on trial.
All right.
Not us.
Well, there appears to be one final test to prove your innocence, and a sheet of ice is brought forth, and it wavers, and the form of Nihilus appears. Tired, more wrinkled and careworn than you remember it.
Bless you.
And he goes, "Oh, well, this was somewhat unexpected. Is everything okay?"
You
And
mean to us?
no, he's facing what's his face? Dude whose name fell out of my head immediately. Stout. And Stout goes, "Well, it is mostly okay. You recognize these people." And he turns the mirror to look at you guys. And Nihilus goes, yeah, those are the adventurers who convinced me to go to Area. Actually, where I am now. Have they come for some essence? Or I see they've made it for the essence. Did you not get my letter? And Stout goes, "Oh, your letter was received. However, it was corrupted by some cult, a cult of oblivion." And to that, Nihilus groaned and said, "Yeah, they're here too. I don't know what's going on. Something. I don't know what's going on. They're like trying to gain power, and take over. It's
What does?
becoming an issue." they've caused a lot of trouble here in area, and this poisoning is the final step, it appears, or at least most recent. Please help these adventurers as much as you can. The Stout nods and says, well, it appears that is the final bit of evidence we needed. Big, I hope you are satisfied. As, we shall now go to vote. All in favor of these adventurers and Alone being innocent. And all hands except for Big, which was the dragon blood that had the bison behind him, raise their hands in agreement that you guys are innocent. Big remains annoyed and unimpressed, and says as much. He's like, they've pulled a wool over your eyes, and they've even convinced our friends to go against us.
Is the Zone of Truth still up?
Yep.
How can we possibly have done that under a Zone of Truth?
I don't know, but I'm sure these people have ways around such things. If they're such good infiltrators, then they must be able to.
Nobody said we were infiltrators.
In fact, we said that we were not infiltrators.
Yes, but that
Specifically
that is exactly what you would say if you were part of this cult.
Very true.
Regardless, I'm overruled by majority vote. And
Read that guy's mind.
he
Can I read his mind?
sure, that's a intelligence
Wisdom
saving
save.
wisdom save. Okay.
I think he's not very wise.
Yeah, that was a natural one.
Natural 1, I can read his mind.
Okay, yeah. He is pissed off. He kind of trusts you, but doesn't really trust you. He's mostly pissed off that all of those bison were killed, because that was half the herd is a substantial part of the herd,
Oy.
and his clan's job is the husbandry of bison. So those are his, like, that's his animals. That's his family that was affected by it, and half the herd is basically 5 years worth of husbandry that has been lost, and that's going to be that may put a strain on the tribes as a whole, as far as food and resources go, depending on how bad the winters are and how good the springs are. There's more than likely going to be loss during the winter as a result.
Well, we're here for your help and their help, the ice spirits, and we would be happy. I would be happy to provide any assistance that I can
Yes.
in
we work for
discovering
mutual
what's going on.
benefit.
And I hope that it's a mutually beneficial situation if we're looking for the same group of people.
As you say that, you can feel Alone wince behind you guys. She's like, and you hear her mutter, "Oh no, now they've done it." And indeed, it appears you have done it, as Big's eyebrows even raise up. Stout goes, "Excellent. Well, I'm glad we have your aid in these trying times. Yes, I think you shall.
You have mine. They didn't agree to it.
I think you shall be put to work. Alone, you will be the diplomatic liaison."
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, diplomatic immunity.
Sorry, guys. I'm really fucking us all over today.
You will be these adventurers' diplomatic guide for as long as they're with our tribe. Any mishaps will fall on you, and their behavior will reflect upon you.
Now, I don't mean to interrupt, but we have a timeline that we have to meet for our own selves
Yes, we are, of course,
before we can do anything else. And that's why
providing.
we're here.
We are.
We didn't come here to help you. We came here
Mm,
to receive our help. And we need to do that first because we will die. All of us will die if we don't,
that is our primary objective.
Well,
including
in
your
the
friend
course of-
Nihilus.
Completing that objective, we are able to aid in any way. We would be more than happy. I will begrudgingly say.
well, knowing the symptoms of severe stasis, it does not appear as though you even reached the first stage yet, and
That's fine, but we still have to make it back before the first stage. And it's been well over, a week now? More
it's
than?
been a week and a half.
But
This
like
way.
a week and
Week and a half.
Yeah. So it's like half the time before the first stage kind of starts.
Well,
And others are already dying.
As a token of goodwill, we will provide some of this. We will provide some of this essence that you need. Solve this attack, dispatch those who caused it, and we will provide the remainder.
Interesting.
We are not heartless, but we can't just give you everything unless these attacks are resolved.
They will provide essence
Okay.
if we figure out if we stop these attacks.
Yeah. We will
We're
work
here.
with we
Here
will
to help everyone.
we will work with Nihilus to send him some of this cure.
Now, do you have the cure or do you just have the essence? Then
We have the
yes.
essence.
Got it. Good to know.
Alice can make the cure.
So at least the sickest of your population can be dealt with.
Okay.
So seems as good a bargain as we are bound to get. So
Don't
we will,
think
of course,
there's
happily accept.
any other options. Now, are you going to coordinate that getting to them through us? Or
No,
on
no.
your own?
We've reestablished connection with Nihilus. We will take care of that.
Okay. So then I guess I don't know. Are we going to be here for a while? Is that what you intend for us?
I mean, you'll be here as long as it takes to solve this situation, yes? As long as your investigation goes.
Got it.
And if you do leave, you'll probably want to come back to tell us that you've dealt with the problem.
Of course, yes. I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
Mhm. And we have no problem providing it. It's... Perhaps we should inform you a little further. Providing you the cure for Samir's stasis would leave any of the spirits who gave you their essence weakened. giving the essence is a little debilitating. If we were attacked after we provided this essence, we'd be unable to fight off this attack, which would leave us in a much weakened state.
Well, that is fair.
Thus, we will give you what we can from some of our younger spirits, the ones who are not yet prepared. Further, with the tournament coming up, you will be unable to have the essence of those, fighters or members, which definitely limits the amount available.
But the younger ones provide the same essence.
I mean, they will provide essence. It will be less
potent, less quantity.
Less quantity. Oh,
less
okay.
quantity.
That's fine. Well,
Based on your population, I believe you'll only be able to provide 1/10 of your need.
In total?
For now, until this situation is resolved, until we can be sure that we will not be attacked for the rest of winter.
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well, at least we can get those who need it, who are symptomatic, treated and
Mm-hmm. The weakest.
stave off the further levels of disease.
Yes. That is my recommendation.
Sure, our alchemists.
And he sits back. We will provide you lodgings in a much better room. In fact, you'll stay in the palace for the rest of your visit. Guards take their shackles off. And I know you have journeyed all day. It is now nigh upon midnight. So I expect you to begin first thing in the morning. The sooner you get this solved, the sooner you save your people.
Well, thank you for the hospitality.
No problem. And with that, you are dismissed. And that is where we're going to call it for today.
Nobody trusts us, man. Everybody thinks
I
we're out
mean,
to
you
get them.
come bullying in. There's a lot of suspicious things going on in the world. And you guys then show up and then are like, hey, this thing other people are after? We're after it too. Can we have it?
We didn't know anybody else was after it. We didn't even know the name
We're
before.
just innocent men.
We didn't even know the name until we talked to Nihilus.
The missing part of the puzzle was that if the cult is using this poison, why are they so comfortable using it in such large quantities? Well, they must have an antidote. How are they getting their antidote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the missing part. That was the one thing you did not get from Nihilus.
Only one workplace hazard incident at the cult poison factory.
Yeah,
Wipe
would have
out
been
their
super bad.
whole-
Would have been super bad.
All right. Well,
So they had to have something in place.
he's alive.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you all. Both that time. There will be news coming on my Discord or on stream at some point about more streams from me in the upcoming weeks. It will not be happening this week as much. There's a big game this weekend, so But coming soon, TM, there will be much more stuff about more regular streams. So, as always, guys, thank you all for watching. As always, be excellent to each other. Keep us alive, Valar Morghulis. See you next time. Good night.